Hi, this is Shane Starr, and today I'm doing something I rarely do but should probably do more often, and that is take a large comprehensive idea and trim it down to its most essential parts to come up with a nice and concise YouTube video. So, the main idea today is correlations, or more precisely, lack thereof, between MBTI and Socionics. And basically, this is an idea I've been wrestling with for years at this point, and I think some of you could say the same. And that is, if I'm this type in one system, doesn't that make me the same type in the other system? Maybe with the exception of the JP switch in Socionics. But even then, it does not result in a direct correlation. And I'll quickly use my type as an example. So without further delay, let me switch it around. And let's assume these are 3 MBTI types, and then there's some corresponding 6 Socionics types. And hopefully a picture's worth 1,000 words of what I'm trying to say. If you are a certain type in MBTI, let's say this is the type, this is what it looks like. It's this color green with maybe some slight variations depending on what website you're reading or whose typology you most agree with. And then you look for the match in Socionics, you're going to get something like this. Okay? It's almost this, but it's kind of almost that too. Say with ISTJ, for instance, you have, this is the MBTI ISTJ. Okay, a hardworking, introverted person who has a lot of attention to detail, very routinized habits, systematic in their thinking. They can do a 9 to 5, or in my case, a 9 to 6 job. Maybe not the most creative, boisterous, fun-loving people out there. So what type does this go with? If you look at the ISTJ in Socionics, you get something a little bit different. Is it still green? Kind of. It's a little bit green, but it's a little bit yellow too. What you have here is someone who, they have attention to detail too, but there's a more physical vibe when it comes to these ISTJs. They have that SE in creative in the Socionic system, which isn't there in the MBTI system. And then you also have a more principled TI approach to things. In Socionics, they lead with TI. So you're talking completely different functions. So is it a match? It's close enough for most people to claim the same. Doesn't quite work for me. So what about the ISTP, the counterpart? Well, you have the same functions in the same place, but this type, more than probably any other, demonstrates what I'm trying to say here, and that there's no direct correlation. For the MBTI ISTJ, you have someone, again, who their routines are their lives. They are very detailed, very punctual, on time, and some of these are stereotypes, but they're very hard workers. The ISTPs in Socionics, leading with SI, creative, TE, there's some overlap, but they're different. They're not usually hard workers, and they're more flexible, and they can be late oftentimes. These guys are like workaholics, and these guys are couch potatoes, for lack of a better word, a lot of times. These guys are your accountants in offices and stuff. These guys like nature. They're more craftsmen, more ISTP-like in MBTI and nature. So then sometimes, like in my case, you have to say, well, maybe LSE matches best. The big problem here is LSE is still an extrovert, and ISTJ is an introvert, so they're not going to really be the same color, but maybe that's the best we can do. My point is, no matter what type you are, you have to approximate something close, but that's not going to be the same. If you disagree with me, look at the descriptions of the types and give yourself an objective, honest reading of the types. I think you'll find that I'm right. The same type in one type isn't described the same way as it is in the other system. Okay, that's all I got for today. Peace out.